Hello again, folks. Apologies for this. It's not my normal YouTube attire, I know. I was in the car about to drive off. I've done the video. It's all just around the corner. It's all singing and dancing with the bells on, so please be patient. I was about to drive off and I thought I need to address something, and it's the Putin-Ukraine video I did the other day. Now, I'm getting a lot of comments on there saying I was an idiot for doing it, how wrong I was stupid, etc. Nothing constructive, of course, but this video, this channel is all about free speech, so you can write whatever the hell you want. I'm not really into censorship. However, if you bothered to watch the whole of the video, you can see at the end, I say, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If Putin invades, I'll eat my hat. I'm only human. And guess what? He invaded and I was wrong. I've got no qualms whatsoever to admit when I'm wrong, and not many people can do that. But one of the most repetitive comments on that particular video is some people saying, ho, this video has aged like milk. And I shit you not, there's like 20 odd comments there that saying that this video has aged like milk. Well, put it this way, I'll think of it like this. Milk, when it ages, turns into cheese. And my favourite cheese is Dutch Emmental. It's good in a bad way. It's bad because it feels rubbery, but when you taste it, it's like tasting heaven. It's one of my favourite things, is having grapes with cheese and a bottle of red wine. So think of that video as a block of aged, matured, delicious Emmental cheese. It's wrong because it feels rubbery, but inside it's so right because it's honest. So think of it like that. Anyway, that's that. Enjoy the video. Hello again, honky tonks. Don't worry, it's not a video about the Ukraine. I can imagine you all feeling a massive sensory overload on Ukraine, Russia, Putin, even Trump. There's idiots linking Trump with what's going on at the moment, and these people can't be helped. But I'm going to make a video about something else, something completely different. I'm going to go for LBC. LBC here in the UK, if you don't know, is it's a talk show. It's based in London. And it is something I used to listen to because it was kind of balanced. You had left and right presenters. It was quite good, and it's kind of what helped me get into the political scene, to talk about stuff, if you will. But I was driving the old lorry at work last night, and for some reason, one of the channel presets was LBC, and I thought, who's listening to this? Because I listen to talk radio because of my political mindset. I find that thing far more palatable to listen to, apart from when James Whale goes on about his anti-vax nonsense. Anyway, so an advert came on, and it was Andrew Marr. If you don't know who Andrew Marr is, he is a BBC political presenter. He used to have his own talk show. I think it was Sunday mornings, and he'd do proper serious politics, have guests on, politicians, and it was proper serious stuff. But he's quit that now, and he's come on to LBC, and his show will be starting soon. And he says, I'm going to shake a few feathers in this advert, and I've come to LBC because I believe LBC is a place where you can speak freely. Well, Andrew Marr is in for a shock, because you cannot speak freely on LBC, because LBC is a radio channel that's infested with left-wing bigotry. And I'm talking proper biased, left-wing, nauseating bigotry here. I'll go on about the presenters in a minute. But if Andrew Marr thinks he can go on LBC and speak freely, he can think again. He's in for a massive culture shock, even though it's coming from the BBC, which is pretty left-wing anyway. But I think the staff run LBC radio station because I think they had a massive input in getting some of the following presenters sacked, because there are reports as well that they cheered and applauded when two of these presenters got sacked. So the first one is Katie Hopkins. She got sacked because she spoke freely, and the staff cheered and applauded when they heard the news. Nigel Farage was sacked for speaking freely, and the staff cheered and applauded when he left, when he was sacked. And of course, the latest one is Majid Nawaz. Now, I'm not sure how the staff reacted, but he was asked to leave. His contract was not renewed. He was told to go immediately, and because Majid Nawaz spoke freely. So as you can see there, I've proven to you, LBC have sacked 3 presenters because they spoke freely, and it proves that LBC isn't a place where you can go and be open-minded. Yeah, of course, they've got the odd conservative presenter. You got Ian Dale, you got Nick Ferrari. These two are very mildly conservative political commentators on there. They are, I wouldn't say they're right-wing. There are people on social media, Twitter, etc., who would say that these two are, oh, typical Tory, nasty voters, etc. But you listen to them, and in my opinion, these two are really, really mildly conservative, and that's putting it strongly. So that's two of his colleagues there, that Andrew Marr, he'll probably know him anyway, being in those circles, will get to know. But you've got the left-wing bigots, and these people are nauseating to listen to. Now, I'm right-wing conservative, I'm a real conservative, and because LBC isn't my cup of tea, I'm not campaigning for LBC to go off the air, get the presenters sacked. I just don't listen to it. It's that simple. I'm not making a massive hysterical hoo-ha about stuff because of their opinions. They are words, but they're not hurty words, because I've got a good set of shoulders on me and a spine and a brain that thinks. And, if that channel caters for lefties, then let lefties listen to it, each to their own. I believe in free speech, by the way. So first of all, you've got the heffalump, the hippocrocopig. I shouldn't judge people on appearance. I'm not a handsome fucker myself, But you've got Sheila Fogarty, and she is a massive, excuse the pun, she has a hysterical hatred for Trump and his family. She will say the most nasty things about Trump's family, not just Trump, on her show. She has tweeted some nasty stuff as well. She has tweeted that the 6th of January Washington so-called insurrectionists, the protesters, should be shot. Nigel Farage, Majid Nawaz, Katie Hopkins, they're all sacked for less, in my opinion, and she's still on there spewing her hatred, and she is a very hateful person in my view. And the next douchebag presenter on LBC, Andrew Marr will probably get to know, is a guy called Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott has 1 or 2 shows around the midnight hour, really late at night, so it doesn't get much listeners. But his show is basically his whole career. He's even written a book. It's all about Trump and his family. Another idiot with a hysterical, obsessive hatred for the God Emperor Donald Trump and his whole family. That's what his whole show's about. You listen to his show. When I used to work further afield, I'd listen on the way home at that time of night, and it was literally Trump, Trump, hate Trump, Trump family, Trump corrupt, put him in jail, Trump, orange man bad. And that's Nick Abbott's career. He owes Donald Trump his career, the same as Alec Baldwin, who does that really shitty impression of Trump. They owe this guy their careers. Otherwise, if it wasn't for him, Nick Abbott would have absolutely nothing to talk about. And then I come to probably the most sickening radio presenter of all time, and he's on LBC. This is, of course, James O'Brien. And the best way to describe James O'Brien is to quote the Sun newspaper. Now, I don't buy the Sun newspaper, but I think this quote is quite fitting. And they said that he is the epitome of a smug, sanctimonious, condescending, obsessively politically correct, champagne socialist, public schoolboy, Ramona. Is absolutely horrendous. If you have a decent-minded right-wing brain and you happen to flick on to James O'Brien in the mornings, I think he's on for like 3 hours, that man is just full of hatred to anything that's conservative. If you're a proud Brit, or if you're a Brexiteer, Trump, whatever, anything of that mindset, or you support, or you believe in that stuff, then don't listen to him. I challenge anyone to last more than half an hour listening to his bile. He has absolutely no qualms calling people or labelling people as racists, homophobes, Islamophobes. He is one of these people who has I wouldn't say hatred, but a vocal disdain to people who are anti-jab. And he's called people Zionists as well. And I remember one show he got called out for calling this guy Zionist, because this guy was spanking his arse during a debate and he completely had him. James O'Brien even conceded at the end of that. This is a few years ago. You can see that clip on YouTube. It's a joy to watch, seeing James O'Brien getting his arse handed to him. It's quite funny. So there we go. That's who Andrew Marr is going to be joining on LBC radio station, the London Broadcasting Corporation, or the Lefty Bias Corporation. You can make your own thing up about that. But they're all a bunch, or most of them are a bunch of left-wing bigots, or to quote Obi-Wan Kenobi, you'll never see a bigger hive of scum and villainy, left-wing villainy. It really is sickening. Listen to talk radio, it's far better, far more healthy for you. And they're open to more different opinions on it. They don't shut people down, they don't put the phone down on people. And they're not obsessed with left-wing figures, unlike these idiots like Sheila Fogarty and Nick Abbott, obsessed with Trump and his family. It's quite disturbing. Anyway, that's my video. Please let me know what you think in the comments. If you support my channel because I'm demonetized, then the link's down below. Thank you very much to everyone who has. And until my next video, comment, share, subscribe, do everything you can. Share my stuff everywhere. My second channel will be up soon. Keep an eye out on that. So that's that. And until the next video, Roger Trouticles.